for some people. In my house, and making food, and finding babysitter, and oh my god. But that's why we have these events here. You can double, triple, quadruple book people into Thursday at 6:30. You could have 5 people bring 5 of their friends, and get all of it done all at one time. So it's just about asking them to bring their favorite people. I just like how that sounds. It doesn't sound complicated.
No,
it's just simple.
Like I said last time, everybody has that oh, cool, I can invite them.
Right.
Versus invite 5 people. We're like, oh crap, I don't know if I'm not gonna try.
Right.
Invite your favorite people a little bit.
Yeah, just bring
So basically, we're doing, in case, we just rejoined them. Sorry guys, I lost my computer froze. So we're going all in and we're doing faces, and we want to just get out there and do as many faces as we possibly can. And so our goal is to do 100 faces over the next 6 weeks. Now, I'd encourage you to think about what could be your win over the next 6 weeks of faces. Everybody's in a different place, but I encourage you, why not do 30 faces or 40 faces over the next 6 weeks? Do something you've never done before. Because what we want you to do is to think bigger. Because if when we heard 100 faces, we're like, oh my gosh, how is that even possible? When you break it down of 10 people with 10 friends or 20 with 5, it's just about breaking it down. And if someone else in the Mary Kay world is doing it, then it's possible. Because we're so quick to say, oh, I could never do that. Well, why not you? Can you imagine what 100 faces would do? The average face is $50 a face. That's $5,000 in sales. Team members, and that's not even counting the team members that will come into that and come into play. And so, really, we just want you to think bigger for your businesses. And anytime I go to something like this, I'm always just so, just reminded of the bigger picture of what it's all about. That this isn't about us. This is about the people and the lives that we can change. And what'd you say?
People in love.
People in love. That's
Not
what it's all about.
People in love.
Yeah. And Mary Kay Ash would have rolled over in her grave if she knew that people were doing one party a week or one, And I'm not going to ask for a show of hands, but I know there's not too many people who can do it one party a week. And Mary Kay Ash, she created this company for people to really make good money. And to make good money, you have to really treat this give it the time that it deserves. And all of you are in different places, so whatever that looks like for you, is different. But if you're doing this full time and you don't have another job, Mary Kay did 3 parties a day.
Yeah, she was doing.
She made us look like slackers.
That was her minimum, though.
Yeah.
3 to 4 parties a week of 3 to 4 people in each party.
Right.
So.
She would do it daily.
She's doing 10 parties, 10 party weeks.
Every single week. And we have something in Mary Kay called 3 + 3 + 3, where if you can go anywhere you want to go in this business, if you do 3 parties a week and sell $300, and then you share the business with 3 people. You can go anywhere you want to go. But Mary Kay expected so much more because she wanted women to truly change their lives with this opportunity. But we've got to stop giving into excuses that, we've got to dream bigger. Anytime I go to a conference like this, you're reminded of what is your dream. And I'd encourage you guys all to think about what is your dream. Why are you doing this? Because it has to be bigger than just money and lips, and it's really about whatever it is for you. Maybe it's you want to save for a luxury trip, or maybe you want to do maybe something for your kids. Maybe just something personally, you just want to have the feeling. Exactly. It's not there. But you've got to have something and have a goal that you're using your Mary Kay business to make you money, because she wanted us making money. And she wanted us, she wanted us to get everything that this company has to offer, but we have to take it seriously. And a lot of times, I know for myself included, I give up on myself way too quick. And if I do, I know everyone in the room does. Where someone says, no, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just give up. I'm like, well, I need 200 faces. Or I ask a bunch of people and nobody gets back to me. Oh, well, no, maybe I'm not supposed to do that. That we're so quick to give up on that. If you think about the things that Mary Kay Ash had to fight, it was some crazy stuff. So I'd encourage you to think about what is your dream and why, what's holding you back from really going all in and really jumping all in. Because I guarantee it's probably just yourself and fear.
Yeah.
Really, it's just right in between our 2 inches, right?
2 inches. Candace was on
Oh my
stage talking
gosh.
about the 2 inches between our ears. It's not 2, it's 6.
It's-
It was so funny. It was
But I'm
so
like a big
She was
dork.
like-
Yeah.
super excited. It was
I was all fired up, and I'm like, "You're gonna work right here on these 2 inches," and I'm like, "Wait, just small." Your heads are really small.
It'll be 2 inches, I know.
So the other thing that we took away from it that I'm really excited about, and I'm gonna have Jen share about this, but is so going along with that, working on the 6 inches between your ears, more than you work on anything else. That if you want more out of this business and really out of life, you gotta work on you and your thoughts and your thinking and your belief more than anything else. That we are so quick to say, oh, I don't know how to make booking calls, or I don't know how to do this, and focus on the activity, where we need to be working on our beliefs and our doubts and our insecurities and our, reminding ourselves of our dream. Because when you keep that stuff in front of you and you work on those limiting beliefs that we all have, then you'll figure out the booking, and you'll be brave and talk to more people when you work on your stuff. And so we started something that the very first day, a lot of people talked about the miracle morning. And basically it talks about how the first hour of your day determines it's the rudder of your day. And I'll have you share, because she's already downloaded the book and she's all about it, but it literally is the game changer and it walks you through really working on your mind and making
That was
sure they're
like
working on you.
a huge theme throughout all of leadership conferences that in order for you to be successful at anything you really want to do, your personal development should come first. Because if you aren't filling your cup, you have nothing to offer anybody else, right? And the more you give, the more empty you become. And so filling up yourself, working on your limiting beliefs, working on your visualization and your affirmations, and reading something positive, it doesn't have to take all day or hours. It can take an hour or 6 minutes. It just depends on what you want to create and what you have time for. But
You have to make time for it.
you have to make time for it. Like, you have to get up early. Okay, so one of the things that we're learning in this book is that people who snooze, hit snooze button a lot, really, it's kind of like saying, like, I'm dreading my day. I don't have anything to get up for that's positive. I'm not excited or looking forward to what I'm doing. And so you hit the snooze because, I have to get up, So the miracle morning teaches you that as soon as that alarm goes off, you get up, you drink a big glass of water, and you brush your teeth. That's it. And then you commence to do the 6 other activities. But that's the very beginning, is you put your alarm clock across the room and you make yourself get up, because you don't want to be disconnected. As soon as you hit that snooze, it reduces your confidence. It's like a depressant almost, like, ugh.
You're starting your day
Today
off
sucks
just
already, just because you already don't want to get out of bed. It's like you have nothing to look forward to or to get excited about. So
And also with Mary Kay, when you said that, you set a specific block, and you're like, I really don't need to do that. It's like with that where I'm like, I'm gonna get up at 6 a.m. today, and then I hit snooze, and I'm like, JK. It's like
Right.
sometimes like when
Right.
you're busy, you're teaching
Yeah.
yourself that you don't have to listen to yourself.
right, and you don't have to take what you're doing seriously, and so
And like she said, that there's like an affirmation that talks about like, when you do that, you're telling yourself, like, I say I want these things, but I'm not really doing it.
I'm not committed.
Yeah, like if I say
Not
I'm gonna get
all
up at 6 a.m. and then I snooze and snooze and snooze, which I've done multiple times, then I'm telling myself I don't really want the things that I say I want. You know what I mean? By those little things, all those little things, increase your confidence or decrease your confidence, right? All those little things increase or decrease your confidence. That it's really important that it's all of those little things to build your confidence, right? And so I want you all to write this down. And those of you listening, I want you to Google Miracle Morning and watch it. There's like a video on YouTube. It's like, I think 20 minutes or an hour long. I don't know. Miracle Morning. It's Hal Elrod or whatever. You can kind of see. Oh, really? I didn't know that. So you can kind of get a glimpse. He did all this research, and he studied all the successful people out there, and he said the one common denominator is how they start their day off.
With routine
With routine.
and consistency. And so now there's an acronym I want you guys to write down. It's called SAVERS. And we'll just run through it real quick, and then if you have any questions. And you can also get on their Facebook page. But so You have to do a nighttime affirmation, which says, I am going to wake up in the morning, full of energy, and I'm excited about my day. And even if I'm only getting 5 hours of sleep, that is just enough sleep. Because he did this research to where, like, if he got 9 hours of sleep and wasn't excited to get up, it didn't matter how much sleep he got. But if he started his affirmation off like, I am going to wake up at 6 o'clock a.m. and I'm going to be focused and ready to get my day started, and it's going to be an amazing day, and I cannot wait. Because the last thought you have at night is the first thought that you have in the morning. And so when he wakes up and drinks his big glass of water, which is really important because it just energizes your brain, and then you brush your teeth, it's just a habit to get into because then you won't go lay back down in bed, right? So the first part of the miracle morning is S, which is silence, okay? So you sit in silence for 10 minutes. It's super hard for me, but I'm working on my brain just like.
So you're praying or
But
devotion.
you're supposed to be meditating.
Meditating.
He said focus on your breath, focus on one word, whatever it is, just to silence your brain for that 10 minutes. I time it with my iPad. And then the A is affirmation. So the first couple mornings that I was doing it, I spent that 10 minutes actually writing out affirmations, stuff that I could feel comfortable saying about myself, and then, the next few days I'll spend reading them. And your affirmations can change based on whatever goal you're trying to accomplish, whatever you're trying to do, and it doesn't even have to be about Mary Kay. It can just be about whatever you're trying to work on. The next one is visualization, V. I went on Hit Collage and made a vision board. And so what you're supposed to do is create a vision board, and then you spend 10 minutes visualizing each piece of your vision board. Like mine has the white Chevy Cruze. I'm like, I'm gonna get that car. I can't wait to get that car. That is my car. I'm gonna be driving it in my head. Start honking the horn, and I also have like the director's suit. Like I visualize myself and all that. So you do that for 10 minutes. The E is exercise. 10 minutes of moving your body. I've been doing yoga. I know how to do a sun salutation, so I can get through all the stuff in 10 minutes. And then I went on YouTube and looked up this guy, the Fitness Marshall. You guys have got to Google him. He's so cool. He does all this exercise to like new songs and stuff, but they're short. They're only 3 minutes, so you can dance to like 3 different songs and then you're done. But anything to get your body moving. If you have an exercise routine that you do it after, but just incorporate 10 minutes of movement. And the R is read. So read something for 10 minutes. And it could be self-help. It should be self-help. I'm just reading the Miracle Morning in my 10 minutes. So I can
Mary Kay autobiography is a good place to start.
Yes,
You need
Mary
something to
Kay's
read.
autobiography is amazing. Yeah, 10 minutes. So I know, but it's an hour. So you have to say, this hour is important. I will get up at 6 a.m. in order to get it done.
Well, we have a Voxer group and we're holding each other accountable because here's the bottom line. As I've said, I want to get up earlier and then I've not done it. The accountability piece is huge.
Yeah.
And already all like 5 of us are like, oh my gosh, I feel amazing. Like it makes a big difference in your day. And I hate mornings before. I am not.
that information.
Right, I'm rebuking that. I love mornings. They're the best. But previously, I am not a morning person. But when I get up and do these things, my whole day is different.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, I was telling them I was bad. I hit the snooze, but I was accountable. And then my whole day was crappy. And I'm like, because I was mad at myself.
Today,
Because I'm like, oh, come on, Candace, you were doing so good. And so then I'm beating myself up all day long.
and it didn't even feel good because then I sneezed
wasn't
and I was
worth
like,
it.
yeah, I'm supposed to.
It wasn't worth it. It wasn't even worth it. I know.
The last S is scribe.
Yeah.
Right? Journal for 10 minutes. It can be about anything. It can be about how crappy the Miracle Morning is and you don't want to do it. Or, something that you want to accomplish that just write. Just write. Doesn't matter about what.
Down paper,
So,
but
savers.
But the whole point, you can Google it, but the whole point is that you're working on yourself. Because if you want to achieve big things in this business, but more importantly in life, that you've got to work on you more than you work on anything else. And we as women are so busy. We stay busy, but we don't take time to really work on ourselves. And that is a game changer right there. So if you want to do something big in your business, I'd encourage you to take this challenge with us. So those are the 2 big things that we've implemented. It's 100 Faces. Makes us want to throw up, and Miracle Morning, getting up an hour earlier. That makes me not happy either. But it's already made a big difference, the days that I've done it.
It was horrible today because I didn't get up and I wasn't settled. Like I didn't feel accomplished, and then I started having kids, and it just went all down.
It's not good, not good. So a couple things I just want to mention. The other thing really quickly is that when you work on you, then you're working with focus and intention. Because with this business, if you want more in your business, it's not about working more hours. I wrote that down a ton. It's not about working more hours. So those of you that are busy, if you want more in your business, it's not about working more hours. It's about the hours that you're working with focus and intention and clarity. And when your mind is in a good place and you are focusing on growing you, then that work that you do is going to be so much more intentional. For example, if you go to a skincare class and you're, thinking about all the other things you have to do afterwards and and you're like, yeah, just kind of going through the motions, you're not going to get nearly as great a results as if you are intentional about, I know where I'm headed, I know where I'm going, fully present, who can I bless, who can I make feel beautiful, that you're in the moment and you're much more intentional, that the hours that you do put into your business, you get a lot better results, right? That you're not just going through the motions, right?
Well, I just like to say, it's like the bracelet we got, it said that, it was a quote by Mary Kay. She was like, I see this sign on people that says, make me feel important. But like, somebody told me once, I picture everybody I see as like that is the most important person in the world.
Yeah.
And like, that's the end of the statement. That's the most important person in the world. Like when they are with them. And I think if you're intentional about being there, those people are going to feel important.
Right. And that's what we want to do. If you're, too focused on, so many women are so focused on themselves, and like, oh God, I don't look stupid, it's going to be wrong, and If when you're not focused on yourself and you're focused on her, then who cares what you do? And here's the thing is she could care
She won't
less.
even notice.
Yeah.
So just a kind of a little tidbit. Like with my $700 party that I had this past weekend, I forgot to put more trays in my bag. I also forgot to have more profile cards, so I made what I had work. So don't freak out when you don't have stuff. Like I
Make it work.
And I'm like, no, Caitlin, don't do that. That's not the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So work through those things that can happen at your parties, because it happens to all of us.
And then people feel relatable. I was just talking to someone today about how she felt like she had to do it all perfect, so she never started. It's been a year and she still hasn't felt like she has it perfect. She's never started. And nobody can relate to that. Nobody can relate to a perfect consultant who does everything perfectly. They can relate to imperfection, forgetting your trays. Which, by the way, I wrote this down. Write this down if you struggle with perfectionism. Perfection is a mask for procrastination. Ha ha! Not trying to make anyone feel bad, but perfection is a mask for procrastination. Meaning we want it to be perfect, and so then we put it off and don't ever start. When I'm not looking to see you. Which do you know?
Oh, no, she
Oops.
I can point a finger at anybody there,
I know,
myself
I know,
included.
you have to know.
That yes, she definitely is that way. I'm throwing the point of finger at her. Is perfect. Do you know that perfectionism and procrastination both are rooted in fear? Fear of failure, fear of what are people going to think, fear of doing it wrong. But they're all rooted in fear. That there's usually something you're avoiding. And we get really good at making things sound really reasonable and logical in our own brains, but they're excuses. If you've never heard me say this before, an excuse is a lie that no one believes but you. Because there's somebody with those same obstacles that will figure it out, right? So anyways, I don't know, I just had that written down in front of me. Oh, one thing I did want to say that I heard that really stuck to me is so many women are so afraid to go for something. We're afraid of failure. Every woman I know is afraid of failure. They're afraid to really put themselves out there. They're afraid to go on Target, tell everyone that they're going on tour for their card. They're afraid to say they're going to do 100 faces. They're afraid to go for their red jacket because they're so afraid of failure or what other people are going to think. Where Ann Newberry said this, you should be more afraid of missing opportunities instead of afraid of failure. Do you get that?
Failure means you're trying.
Yes. And you have to fail forward to success. And I know logically we all know this, but when you're so afraid of failing, then you are missing out on opportunities that could literally change your life and your family's lives and the other women that you come in contact with. That I would be thinking about, instead of being so afraid of what if I fail, what if I miss out on an opportunity? What if that girl that I'm talking to it was literally yearning for an opportunity like this? That when we get ourselves out of the way, then it becomes not about us, but about her and how we can bless her. Then we can focus on the opportunity instead of us failing. Does that make sense? that we just have to put things into perspective. And sometimes that's why going to these conferences, coming to meetings, going to career conference, just helps put everything into perspective. Oh yeah, it's not about us.
You only
It's really
fail when
not.
you quit.
The only way to quit, yes, the only way to fail is to quit. As long as you're getting back up every time, you know, then there's no way you can fail. And when you get knocked down, because you will have obstacles, you will have disappointments, you will have those times where you're like, really? You know, like your boss saying that,
People hang
really?
up on you.
He's like, up on you.
And steal your bracelet.
And steal your
Steal your
bracelet.
bracelet.
I know.
Husbands, whatever. I mean, my friend Gina came home to her whole house bursted, her pipes burst, and her whole basement was flooded. You know, like obstacles are gonna happen. And you have to dig deep, and that's where you've gotta know, you gotta dig deep and pick yourself back up. And that's when you've gotta know why you're doing this. You know, and know your dream, and know why. Are you just going through the motions? Are you doing this? What are you doing this for? You know, it's gotta be bigger than you, right? And then it makes those obstacles not as big of a deal, you know, because you think about other people, you know? So you got to dig deep anytime that you get those, you get those disappointments, because they are going to come. So let me see. Oh, the other thing too that is really important is that you play those victories instead of the disappointments over and over in your head. When those disappointments happen, what a lot of consultants tend to do is they play those disappointments over and over again. Someone hung up on me. Oh, I don't want to call this next person because she may be that person that hung up on me just like the last person. And we play those disappointments instead of playing the victories of this person. It can totally change your life.
Yeah.
She may be creating an opportunity like this.
Instead of the
But
four
we have to
bookings
keep
right
that
now,
in
I
front
got
of
two
you.
people that hung up on me. You should be
Exactly.
celebrating your bookings and not the hangups. Because the hangups are going to matter when you get wherever
Right.
you want to go. You aren't going to remember everybody who said no or hung up on you. You're just going to remember the people that said yes.
So I'm gonna have to go to another room because Brianna keeps poking her head out. But the biggest thing I want you guys to know is there's so much more available for you in this business that I want you guys to have it. And it's available for you. It's not just available for me and Jana and Autumn and Brianna. It's available for you. But you've got to be crazy enough, you and you and you and you and you and you. But you've got to believe that it's possible for you. You can't just say, oh yeah, of course it's possible for Candace. Of course she can drive a pink Cadillac. You've got to know that that's possible for you too. And if you don't believe that, you need to be doing that miracle morning, get up an hour earlier, working on your belief.
And writing your affirmation. I will have it.
Yeah. And for me, like, you know, I mean, I going to the next level, like I don't see myself yet as a national and as $1 million director, and I have to work on my belief, because if I struggle with belief, I know you guys all struggle with belief. So it's something we're always constantly working on and growing, and that's what I love about this business, is that it's something you're constantly growing. Mary Kay always said, if you're not growing, you're rotting. So if you're not growing yourself, that means you're gonna go backwards. Right? And it's exciting to grow yourself. Like, you know, we already feel so much better just growing us. That if you don't believe that it's possible for you, you know, the only way you change it is by telling yourself that you are that thing, whatever it is. So I just want you to have so much more in this business, because I believe that this business it's completely changed my life and millions of women's lives. So why not have to be that way for you? Okay? All right, I'm gonna go to the other videos. You're here for Brianna. So you keep talking and share more, and then when you all are done, remember, hit end meeting. Okay? So I'm gonna have Brianna come back in here so she can stop poking her head off.
So you guys have any questions?
I was wondering what you personally, what your like bigger mission is.
My bigger mission?
Yeah,
So
what propels you?
it could be, there's so many, like, so I was a drug addict for a long time, and so dealing with women and their self-esteem issues is huge for me. Also, I love babies and foster children and kids that, you know, like you hear those horrible things that happen to kids, and I just don't get it. And so I want to save all of them, and and wounded warriors, anything to do with the military. Like, I come from a huge military family, and so I haven't found a specific platform that I love, but I just know that I have a vehicle to get me to where I need to be to reach all of that whenever I get there. Like, I look at the nationals and they all have their, end human trafficking, infertility, adoption, like they all have platforms that Mary Kay has helped them get to. And so that's what I'm really excited to do, is figure out what I'm passionate about and fix all of it. Yeah, so yeah, we just can use, Mary Kay is just a vehicle to get you where you need to be. It's not just about makeup and stuff, it's about the reach that you have as you move up because of how many women you've touched and helped. So, yeah, I'm excited. Yay! So what else? What other
I don't know, I
questions?
wasn't there.
That wasn't touch you.
So, it's something that I have to figure out, but just funny, whatever. How do you tell two puppies when your alarm goes off to know, sit down for 10 minutes, I have to sit in silence
Put them outside.
in the morning?
Heck yeah, I put my
That's an
outside.
excuse.
I
You
did
should
your
hear.
bathroom.
Let me just tell you.
I have a 3.5-year-old and a 5-year-old, and I make it.
They don't sleep that, yeah, no.
Let me just tell
they
you,
don't sleep with
I
me.
have the whiniest puppy, and when she starts whining at the back door, my husband starts whining at me, and I just ignore them all.
Just
Because I
10
choose
minutes.
to.
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
It's
for
like,
you.
she's crying, I'm like, yes, she is. That's special.
Wow. Lock them in the
She's
bathroom.
real cute when she's crying, I guess, I don't know. But it's a choice, and like honestly, like it doesn't take long for your dogs to get in line. It really, like dogs, kids, anything. I mean,
They get it.
They get it.
They do.
Check. Mommy's
I've worked
sitting in her
my-
chair.
I've worked my whole business with my son at home. Like I've taken him to appointments when my husband was deployed, and he's learned. Mommy's working. End of story. Honestly, guys, it took my husband longer to learn when he got home than it took my dogs or my kid. Just saying. It took him a lot longer to adjust. But Candace wanted me to share about my favorite part of leadership, and I told her I was going to share the song that I really liked, and then she was like, don't share the song. I was like, fine, I'll play the song at the end. So,
Oh, we had entertainers, so we always get cool entertainment. And we had this one girl, her name was Amanda Shaw, and she's wicked on that.
so good. Oh, and then we accidentally sat at a table.
We went to Hard Rock Cafe, and her fiddle was on the wall because she's a
Right next to our table.
Amanda Shaw, she is amazing. And then there was another girl named Mags Duval,
That's my new favorite song.
and she did a song for us called Pink Cadillac.
And she started writing songs, you guys, when she was like 12.
Mm-hmm.
And I only say like because I don't remember if they said 9 or 12, but either way, I was like,
She's only 19 now, but
mm-hmm.
it was great. She'll play it for you. It's
Okay,
great.
I want to leave. Candace, I'm not.
Do you guys want to know real quick about weekly accomplishment sheets?
Oh, yes.
So I can show you? Yes.
You want to tell, and then I can ask my question about it after you're done?
No, just ask.
So you actually put in when you have 0 weeks? I'm always like, well, I didn't do anything, so why am I going to put
Yeah,
anything in?
because
But
it's an accountability thing. Like I am letting you know that this, and it lets your director know too, something's going on. Maybe you give her a call. Like if you're not, but turning even
If
in.
you're somebody that normally has a certain level of week, and then all of a sudden you have a dip for like a week or two, and Candace knows you're not on vacation, or your director knows you're not on vacation, it lets us know that like, maybe something's not okay. Because other than that, like, we're not mind readers. Like, we can't just call you. Well, Jenna is, but.
I'm not a mind reader.
No, yeah, not mind readers. So, like, you could be having a really bad day, but we don't know to call you unless you let us know.
And what's cool about the weekly accomplishment sheet is it tracks everything from interviews to team members to orders to parties to skincare sets sold. And so if you have 5 parties and you've only sold 1 skincare set, it lets your director know that there's something that we need to tweak, or maybe we'll go with you to a party and find out what's going on. So this is your InTouch. You go on InTouch, okay? You go under business tools, and it's at the very bottom. See weekly accomplishments. And then you can enter your weekly accomplishment sheet, and here you go. So you can sync your My Customer orders right up there.
So that's when somebody orders on your website, then it automatically auto-populates into there. However, you still have to hit the add button. It doesn't automatically add to your weekly accomplishment sheet because just because they ordered it doesn't mean they got it.
Yeah.
So, you have to hit add so that Candace knows that you actually did it, or your director, or
I have a question about the website, because I just set mine up. So when somebody orders, it's supposed to send an email to my personal email.
Yep, it absolutely does.
It does.
How many orders? I just wanted to make sure, because 2 people were like, yeah, we're gonna order something.
No, that's what I was wondering, because my best friend was like, oh, my sister really wants to order. I was like, okay, cool, I got the website set up, and then a week went by, I was like,
maybe something's broken.
That's
But
what
then,
I.
like, I just had the lady whose facial I did on Monday, I just got an email this morning saying like she went online and she registered at my website.
Yeah.
Yeah, to my personal email.
So one of the cool things to do too is when somebody registers on your website, shoot them a text message real quick and say, hey, I saw you registered on my website. Do you have any questions? Was there something you were looking for that I could help you with? Because I'll tell you what, if I were to go on the website and not know what I want, it can be a little overwhelming. So our job as a consultant is to help their customer experience. One more time. Their customer service experience.
I have a question too. So it says my customers' orders and stuff, and you said you're in touch if they order that way. Is that also linked to the app? So if you manually enter?
Yep.
Oh,
it's like a sales
person. So if you met a person and they ordered stuff, then you enter all that in the app. So it makes sense.
Where in the app? Because all I see is.
It's not in the app.
Oh.
This is not in the app.
No, but like
if
if you sold something and you
Okay,
filled out
See where it
either-
says, see right there where it says my customers orders, click here. I don't have any,
But if you click on it, with the, see how the pink arrow pointed down now?
it would have added,
And if you
To
had
all this.
somebody, their name would have been underneath there.
yeah, their name would automatically pop, everything would automatically populate.
You just click that.
Okay. So I filled in, I had a party with Sarah, it was 2 hours, we had 5 guests, 5 people ordered. I got 2 bookings, I sold 2 or 1 skincare set. It was a $500 class. I just guessed on sales tax and stuff. Hostess gifts is if you gave the hostess like a CC cream or anything, you would want to put in the retail total of that. And then a giveaway is if you gave away like any kind of prizes or anything for, it populates it for you and then it gives you, so then like say I interviewed all 5, no team members, number of appointments for next week, none. And then if you order anything, say you did like a $600 order. This thing is cool because then you don't have to do this all by hand.
And it also keeps track of stuff for your taxes.
Because then you can print this out at the end of the year and it's all there.
So can you go back to last year if you did all yours manually but haven't totaled everything?
You should be able to.
I don't know that that would be worth your time.
Okay,
I'm just saying.
okay,
I don't think it's not that, it's only a time saver if you do it at the time.
okay.
I don't think
Good to know.
I would not say that it's worth going backwards.
Okay.
And so what Mary Kay does too, right? I don't know if you guys, if we've ever trained you guys on the 60-40 split, where 60% goes to the company and to reorders and 40% goes in your pocket. So the weekly accomplishment sheet tallies all that for you. And it works off the 60-40 split too. So if you look, see, 40% is $200 in your pocket, how much you work per hour, so it breaks it all down for you. So you can see like, oh my God, I worked 20 hours and I only made $5 an hour, something's wrong. Like my parties are going too long or something of that nature, so.
And it's okay. Okay, I'm just gonna like put that out there. It's okay. You're not gonna fail if something like that happens. I'm the girl that used to have like 4-hour facials. Just gonna like to talk. Just like to hang out.
But the main reason for this is because Candace can't be at everybody's party, I can't be at everybody's party, and so this really helps see if it's an individual facial even, or if it's a party, like where things need to be worked on. And so it's a really good tool, and if you want to start getting prizes, you have to start doing it. So, and then it says, see, sends it to your director, and she'll just get an email that says so-and-so submitted her accomplishment sheet, and
Also, if Candace or myself is not your director or Jana, you'll have the option to add you can send it to, like if you're adopted, you can send it to Candace.
Oh.
So
yeah,
just
because
make sure
Candace can go in and put in your
if it
number.
doesn't show up, if Candace doesn't show up as an option when you get to that page, what you need to do is give her your consultant ID number and have her add you to her adoptees list. Okay? So basically Candace's name should show up.
So you can do this every day, you can do this at the end of the week,
yeah, it'll definitely show up for you.
The
Don't worry.
weeks go Sunday to Sunday.
You, I know for sure it will. You're golden. You can
That's-
change the weeks now.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it.
And can you, like, should you do this at the end of every week, or can you do it at the end of each facial?
You can do it at the end of each facial.
Please do it, yeah, please do it regularly.
It's easier to track if you do
Throughout
it at
the
the
week,
end of
like,
each
do
facial.
you like save, or do you resubmit it each time?
It
No.
automatically saves. Do not, please don't resubmit it each time.
Yeah,
Submit
just
it only one time a week.
fill it out and then
Maybe you
submit
can
it
fill it
on
out and you
Sunday.
can add to it.
You can always add, it will, like,
You
okay,
can
so
just click on
it's just
details
like
and
your
start
order.
over.
Okay.
And now I
It's
can
just like
say
your
like I had a facial on the 17th as well. And then it was and it was an hour, 0 orders because it was a guy. And then you just add and it'll fill it in for you right there. See?
and if you exit out of it, it'll save just like your orders automatically save when you exit out of that, okay? So as long as you've hit the next button, oh, it's gone now. As long as you hit the next
I
button,
got out of it.
then it'll save.
So do you wanna put in like the time that you're
It's still
booking
there.
calls?
No.
Or is this only for facial parties?
Only
This
for
is
parties
only
and
for a
sales
time
and team
in
members.
front of people.
Okay, just making sure.
So like I will actually like Autumn, you do your own interviews sometimes, right? So Autumn would put in her interview time as well. You can.
See number of interviews.
Oh,
there's a
yeah,
little
yeah,
spot for that
so,
right
okay.
there.
Yeah.
So that's for the whole entire week.
And
then it has a
Even if
place
they're
for
not
you to list-
facial.
Even if they weren't facial, you always track your interviews for the week too. Because can you go to the page that has the names and numbers and stuff? So the page that says new team members, it has 2 boxes.
Team member.
So
Interviews.
you interviewed or recruited and you put their name and number, and guess what? Then, say you're pushing for your red jacket and you only need 1 more person, you just have a list of people right there that you can call that have interviewed and not recruited. And those are people that you can call and, say, hey, I don't know if anything's changed in your life, but I know there's different seasons in my life. The first time I was approached with Mary Kay, it was not a good time. I was interviewed, none of the information changed, but it wasn't a good time. And 3 months later, it was perfect time. I didn't
See,
know
it
it yet,
goes
but it was.
week by week. Like I could go back to July and see what I did, which was nothing because I haven't been using this tool.
Hey, look, you had something.
Oh, I did, Sonia. She's still my customer too.
Okay, so now if you hit add, so right there you would need to turn in type in the sales tax and then, anything and then type in add and then it adds it. So if it's in those boxes like it was, it's not added. It's added when it looks like that and the boxes disappear. That's how you
And
know
then
that
see
it's
right
added.
here, it says year-to-date sales total.
Oh, by the way, you'll get very frustrated if you try this. You can only add 1 line at a time. So really pick 1 customer, enter in her sales tax, then press add because I tried when this first came out like this, I tried entering all the sales tax and then clicking all the ads and it just deletes everything. You have to redo it. So just do 1 line at a time.
Must have been
Saves you
trying
time.
to do it. That's cool. I'm glad I picked a week where I actually tried. How I recommend that.
The 60-40 split, does it calculate like your giveaways in there?
It calculates everything, yeah. Yep, sure.
Okay.
Well, and 40, the giveaways. and
Jana
stuff
says it
come-
does. I trust
The
her.
giveaways that
That's
come
awesome.
out of your profit. They don't come out of the 60%. They come out of the 40%.
Yeah.
You have to keep that in mind.
Okay, and it'll calculate that for you.
Yes, yeah.
That was basically my question. 'Cause that gets
So like
kinda
if you
confusing.
give like a lip gloss or something.
Well, basically, the number that I always pay attention to is the 60. The 60 is what I need to reinvest in my inventory because if I sold somebody a miracle set for $75 instead of $95, then that's my profit that I gave away. It's still going to cost me the same. I should have picked a different something that wasn't a 5. It's still going to cost me the exact same amount to order it from the company. So the only number that I really pay attention to as far as that, other than this is what I made is my 40%. But the 60% always that never changes. It's 60% of the full retail, not 60% of what you sold. Because if I sold it to her for 75, It's not 60% of 75, it's still 60% of the 95 because that's how much it cost me. Well, it cost me 50% of it, but then you have to take into consideration shipping, and you have to take into consideration, cotton balls. Well, they pay for the taxes. You pay for cotton balls, you pay for your gas to get here, you pay for all these other things that should, and that's what that 10% is. And the catalog that you mailed her that you all signed up for.
No kidding.
But, Candace wanted me to share a little bit about leadership and go to
Where,
Yes.
as long as
Okay.
they follow up.
So, do you guys have any questions about that? I know it's something new to get used to, but we're all gonna be doing it. So,
You just do it, just like the faces, that's how you get used to it. If you send
So,
them a blank
it's
one by
just-
accident, it's not the end of the world.
yeah, just add it to your routine, because it will help you to see where you're growing and see where you need work. So,
And you want to submit it on week?
I would do it's the dates run Sunday to Sunday on here. The week starts Sunday to Sunday, so I would fill it out for this week and submit it on Sunday and start a new one.
Yep.
Even if it's zeros, ladies, even if it's
Yeah,
zeros.
zeros are important because guess what? If one, like Jana was saying, it gives Candace ideas or your director ideas of what you need help with. It also gives you that accountability, like Jana was saying. But it also, like, if you're even like this much competitive, you're never gonna want to turn in another zero. Like this much, you're like.
And the tracking number grows.
Yes.
It really does. So when you're tracking zeros, the next week you'll be tracking 1, and then the next week you'll be tracking 2. I swear on everything. If you track your numbers,
Yes.
they will grow.
Totally, 100%.
Okay, go ahead. Share your favorite thing about leadership. Isn't this cool? I'm
Did
so
you already
excited.
share
I got
about
this
the
little thing and
You didn't share about the parties?
what parties? We talked about parties.
The jazz
No,
party?
not the.
Oh yeah, no, I
Northern
didn't talk about the
parties.
New York.
We talked about facial parties.
Okay, so if
I
you
love
can't
that.
tell, I'm kind of an I personality, so my favorite part about leadership is parties. They literally, like, if I can paint all of a picture for you guys, like, they literally shut stuff down. Like, to the point where, like, cars are like, why are you so cool that the street is closed? Like,
Yeah, like
like
pissed off.
literally, there were lines of cars. Like, what is going on here? They have they bring in so much entertainment. It's unreal, and the food was phenomenal. It was like there was like hundreds of different kinds of foods, like all over the place at this party.
And they had Mardi Gras ladies, you know those big stilt walker ladies?
Mhm.
They had them all over the place to take pictures with.
And you
like-
didn't even have to take your shirt off to get beat. You just
Oh,
got
my
it. They just give it to you. So I think, honestly, though, I think one of the most fun parts about the party for me this year was that everybody got to go. Like,
Mhm.
not everybody, but like everybody that we were with was going. And it made it so much fun to be able to share that with, like, that's fun to share a party with you.
Yeah, and they play good music, and you just kind of get spoiled. That's why I really want you guys to go to career conference, just so you can see how much our company actually loves us
Yeah.
and what they're willing to
It's
do.
insane.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
But so yeah, Rollins was super fun, super awesome. Definitely, like Jana was saying, like you get to see the bigger picture of what, because like when you go to career conference, you see the bigger picture of like what this can do for you and for your dreams and those kinds of things. And when you go to like seminar and when you go to leadership, you get a bigger picture of what it can do on a more global aspect and how you can make a difference that way. So I also think one of the things I love to point out, like my favorite part about any company event, not just leadership, is just the amount of time that our leaders pour into us at the same time that they're pouring spiritually into you. It's not just, here, do this to sell this, do this to sell that. It's pouring into you as a person and really helping you to grow in your relationship with God, which to me is huge. Like that needs to be number one for everything, because if it's not, then your life is not balanced and stuff doesn't go well.
Just for the personal development piece.
Yeah.
Is what they try to pound that into your head. So, and that's what I
In a nice
learned,
way.
and that's what I took away, was that I really need to work on changing my thoughts and my feelings and being able to get over stuff quicker and get over the insecurities of not being good enough. And because none of this would be happening if I wasn't good enough, right?
I forgot who told me I said something about like procrastinating one time because I was nervous. Somebody was like, "You just need to be part of the Din Din Club." I was like, "What the heck is that?" She's like, "Do it now, do it now." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I get it." So yeah. You wanna do an empowering statement?
Yeah.
Let everybody go. And then I'll play a really good song.
I know you guys gotta hear this song.
Awesome.
Super cute. All right, gotta find it.
Can we hook this up to something to make it louder?
The speaker over there, I think.
Put it in where? What? Whatever, we'll just do it like this. It'll be fine. Go ahead and do your.
Do we do end meeting or do we empowering statement and then end meeting?
Empowering statement.
Sorry, I didn't realize how many boxers Candace sends me.
Oh, it's a lot.
Oh, and I got a team member while I was in New Orleans.
Yay! Woo-hoo!
Wow.
Oh, the girl from the desk?
Feelings there.
The girl from the desk signed up?
No, it was somebody who was on the call. I
Oh,
wish the
cool.
rest of us signed up. Okay, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
I own my power.
I own my power.
My power resides in me.
My power resides in me.
Nobody will take my power
Nobody will take my power
because my power belongs to me.
because my power belongs to me.
I will become what I believe.
I will become what I believe.
My thoughts control my actions.
My thoughts control my actions.
I believe beyond what I can see.
I believe beyond what I can see.
My dream is big enough.
My dream is big enough.
Therefore, the facts don't matter.
Therefore, the facts don't matter.
I own my power.
I own my power.
My best days are ahead.
My best days are ahead.
I have made the choice to change.
I have made the choice to change.
Change my work habits.
Change my work habits.
Change my attitude.
Change my attitude.
Change my beliefs.
Change my beliefs.
Therefore, changing my bank account.
Therefore, changing my bank account.
When I change,
When I change,
everything around me changes.
everything around me changes.
Change is my choice.
Change is my choice.
I own my power.
I own my power.
Watch out, world. I'll see you at the top.
Watch out, world. I'll see you at the top.
Something you can feel it. Yay. Is that the end? Oh, we gotta hear the Pink Cadillac song.
A little quieter. It'll be alright. I really like it.
Maggie Ball. Okay, guys, I guess that's it for you. Thank you for joining us. I hope you learned something. That's Sarah. Hi, Sarah. I'll listen to your vocals all the way home. Have a good night, ladies.
Bye.